Good morning. Good morning.
And finally, new rule, nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good.
Don't write me about Bitcoin, please. I don't give a f***. Don't ask me.
Bitcoin happens to use a lot of energy. It happens to promote anonymous transactions.
Bitcoin is not a currency.
Not bullish on Bitcoin.
You, John McAfee, believe in the power of Bitcoin. So much so that you'll put your on the table, chop it up, put it in your mouth, swallow.
If it doesn't reach at least $1 million.
99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are f***ing morons. That's just it.
What's it feel like to be a Bitcoin?
I don't have any Bitcoin.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the GM Show. I'm your host, Freeman, and there's your other host, Matt, always on the other side of the screen from where I point.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you're all yaying it up. You're all like, yay. Not yay, just yay. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, market's up. Everyone's happy. Yeah.
Market's up. Yes, there are a lot of happy people around. And, you know, I like that. How can you not, right?
Market's up. It's spring break for a lot of people.
That's true.
Friday.
True. Is it spring break for you, man?
Weekend.
What are you doing for spring break?
I don't get spring break.
What's your spring break plans?
You
going to Cancun or what?
No, I don't get spring break.
Okay.
I'm here with you. Dude. I got to do the show.
Okay, right. Well, speaking of the show, I guess we should do that. But before we do that, please check out gmdefi.xyz. You can connect your wallet, become part of the morning club, which is obviously the coolest club to be a part of.
It is.
And that gives you access to some of our, it gives you access to the Kimono Wave, which we use every morning here in the TA section. And Simple Block, it also gives you access. It doesn't actually give you access to anything special in Simple Block, but you should also check out simpleblock.io, which is another little project of ours where you're right now, at least you can make really simple minting pages, just like minting landing pages for your NFT projects. And we're going to hopefully be adding some other little dApps, deployable dApps to this app as well. So check it out, simpleblock.io, play around with it. We're going to have like a better demo and videos and other things happening, but we just wanted to get this out there. It's like an MVP, minimum viable stuff project. So
it's a game changer.
Yes, that's Matt's. Matt's like tagline for Simple Blocks is "It's a game changer." I probably should put that below the logo.
So easy for it's
with a
no
quote.
Code. Yeah, you're able to build a mint page, with no code. I think that's a game changer.
Matt wanted me to demo it this morning.
We'll have a products page. Meaning you're going to be able to make your own crypto e-commerce store essentially soon.
Okay. Chill out.
I'm just saying.
Chill out, bro. Chill.
Just saying. It's game changer.
Chill.
I'm chill. You're the one.
Well, this
Freaking
should
out right now.
elevate your blood pressure then, because Cardano has made up a good
Yeah.
portion of its losses as ADA rebounded 60% in the past month. And so after the price crashed 40% in January, we've got this nice rebound coming up over $1. And we'll probably take a look at Cardano a little bit more in the TA section of the show.
Nope,
So
no, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay. Well, this is our TA section. Here's your charts. Check them out and draw some little squigglies on here, like I'm Matt Jones.
Yeah, we'll
And
check it out.
Might
We'll
go
check
up, might go down. That's the weather for today.
Yep, might go up, might go down. Sure.
ExxonMobil. This was like kind of big news yesterday, I guess. ExxonMobil is going to pilot a Bitcoin mining project with natural gas. So, I think that's interesting.
That's
because
awesome. No, yeah,
because if you have, I mean, it signals a lot of things too. I mean, the fact that a large company like ExxonMobil is getting into Bitcoin mining, they see that as a long-term, strategy, or at least they're like testing it out. It's a pilot program, but they see it as a potential long-term strategy.
It's probably just natural gas that's like burned off anyway, and so they're like, we can harness this energy to
it's excess natural gas. I mean, a lot of that time it's just burning off into the atmosphere or whatever. So why not try to capture that and do something with it?
Yeah,
right?
so I think I think it's just smart. I mean, I think it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm for the little guys, the small miners, but these guys are these guys are gonna just take over mining potentially with the amount of energy.
I mean, if they can,
produce.
if they can make it all work right efficiently, if this pilot program's successful,
they have the money to invest in mining equipment. They have access to the free energy.
And of course, you know what they're seeing. They're seeing those dollar signs in their eyes. They're like, oh my gosh. So, how can the little guy do something similar? How can we capitalize and be efficient, right? We can heat our homes with Bitcoin mining rigs. Now, this seems crazy, maybe at first,
doesn't.
but
I told you this
really
is what
not. So, here's a couple examples of he goes through this whole post, and maybe we'll link to this in the description, or you can just find it yourself at bitcoinmagazine.com.
See, I've thought about doing this.
But this is like a full DIY about how this guy essentially rigs up his mining rigs to also be in an ideal place to provide heat for his house. So, I mean, this is kind of wild, but I think it's so ingenious, and it was like inspirational. I love stuff like this. Like, I'm all about being more self-sufficient and just being efficiently using just all of this excess heat and other things that we're producing with our resource use that we're not capturing and putting to use. So,
dude, I know. I'm jealous that this guy just did it. This is something I've always thought of doing, and very, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm gonna have to read this post, see how he did it, because I've had my ideas on how to integrate it, but this guy looks like he totally hooked it up to his whole it's heating his whole home. Maybe not totally, but a little bit. But I mean, I was just thinking like it would heat like a room kind of thing, and it's noisy, but it looks like these are like, down in the basement. Probably won't hear them kind of thing. Yeah, very interesting. I'll check it out. Yeah. Send me the link.
Ways to just it's like, I'm generating income and heat for my house off these little miners passively. No big deal.
Summer would suck. You wouldn't want them on.
Well, I bet you, I'm guessing you would build in at least a way to route it out if you didn't want to. I think maybe he uses the dryer. True. I think he uses the dryer hose that goes out of the house. And I think he's tapped into that in case he wants to direct the heat out of the house that way, or into the house, I think is what he did.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty genius level stuff, bro.
It looks like he only has like 2 miners.
Yeah, it didn't look look like very many. Yeah, it didn't look like very many.
Or one miner, maybe? I don't
It's
know.
got this cool 3D printed duct to ASIC mount. Like,
Oh,
what?
I wonder if he has the
bro.
plans for that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
he's
bet he
got
would
3D
share them
printer.
on Thingiverse or something. It looks like actually there's 3 there, at least, right?
Well, I think those are just ASIC miners.
Yeah. So I think there's
Yeah.
3 of them. Yeah.
I see. Well, no, it's one unit,
Oh.
but I
don't know enough about mining.
Yeah.
I don't know. Matt knows more about mining. He's an old miner. Once he got coal or Bitcoin lung, though, then he had to quit, and it's been hard for him. But
it has, yeah, it's not insured, so it's rough.
Guess who got a Bored Ape, man? Guess who got a Bored Ape?
Madonna.
Who cares? Okay, Xcopy. This was a tweet. Here's a little tweet from Xcopy yesterday. Well, that was quite intense. And Xcopy raised $24 million in a couple of minutes from his latest NFT drop yesterday.
What?
The Max Payne and Friends Open Edition. This had 7,394 editions. Sold out in a couple minutes.
Holy crap. 24 million?
Yeah.
Nice.
24 million.
Congrats to that guy.
I don't know is this some kind of slam, this response here? Congrats to Xcopy, who appropriately named his new 10-minute open edition Max Payne. Coincidentally, Max Payne is what the plebs are going to feel that maxed out their credit cards to buy this.
Yeah, that's a total slam. Yeah. I mean, how much did it mint for? I mean,
looks like around
it's got to be a
3,000.
lot.
That's probably about an ETH. I'm guessing that's an ETH, right?
Each?
Yeah. I mean, original listing 3,108.
Yeah.
Around an
ETH.
ETH.
Holy
probably.
shit, man.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Pretty.
And why? Why did people do that? What's the point of
I mean, that is the question, right? Why do you ape into anything, right? And why does a project become viral? And I think, what this shows us in the NFT space, again, community building, network building, list building, probably the most important part of the game. You need to have a list or a following that you can shill your ish to. I mean, this guy's 170,000 followers. He's a well-known person.
I guess what I'm wondering is is there a utility behind it that's attracting people also, or is
it's just art?
It's just art. People are just doing it for the art.
As far as I'm aware, yes. Right. And this is the guy who made Right Click and Save As guy.
Wow. Huh.
So, yes, that's
nuts.
Very crazy, dude.
It is. They are pretty cool. I mean,
yeah, certainly cool. Certainly cool. And I think, again, it's like value is subjective, especially with art. So, congrats to him. Can't hate.
Yeah.
He's built the audience.
Yeah.
Here's a ridiculous headline.
What is it?
Coinbase's NFT market might be worth $1 billion. Might be. So it might also fail. Might be worth $500 million. Might be worth $20 billion. Who knows? Might be anything.
It's not even open.
So, the investment firm Needham, nobody knows who that is, believes Coinbase's new NFT market could make between $450 million and $1.26 billion in yearly revenue.
I wonder if they had numbers from Coinbase saying, this is how many people are interested. This is how many projects we're going to be launching. This is our expected sales.
Here's some of their they had 2 scenarios, right? For the low end of $450 million, the firm guessed Coinbase will charge fees of 2.5% and have a total trading volume of 1.5 billion. To hit the 1.26 billion mark, Coinbase would need to have a 3% fee and reach 3.5 billion in yearly NFT trading volume. In either
It's gonna be.
scenario, they
I
said it
mean,
was optimistic about Coinbase's stock price.
it's just gonna be
NFA.
interesting to see how they compete, against OpenSea. If they can win the NFT community over, like if they start KYCing everyone, that's not going to win them. That's not going to be. It'll be interesting. I don't know.
Yes,
the marketplaces for NFTs is going to be a battle.
Well, yes, and the marketplace for NFTs is changing, of course, and it's been a bit of a wild west. I mean, can we all just admit that for the past couple of years, NFT land has been a total kind of a shit show, and there's been a lot of rugs, a lot of scams, and this is just, I think, an inevitable happening. And I think this will set a precedent in a way for the future, whatever happens with this case. So the creators of Frosties, I should probably tell you what I'm talking about, have been charged with a couple different charges about wire fraud and money laundering. And apparently a secret Homeland Security crypto task force was involved. So,
not very secret anymore.
They're not very secret. And you know who these guys are. They're those guys in Discord that you can just tell, so they're all over the place.
There's those guys in Discord.
Oh, just kidding. No, I mean, but so it's very interesting. I will be interested to see how this case unfolds. And I think these guys were just about to launch another project, but I guess what had happened is that they raised over $1 million and then just transferred the money to their wallets, didn't develop the project, and just closed the Twitter and the website and everything. And just bounced. And I think, I read a lot of interesting conversation about this on Twitter, of course. And, I think the key here is that you don't want to over promise. That's one big thing. And I think we're going to move to a place where more projects are KYC'd because people are just, people want more security and trust. And also, if nothing else, there's wallets used that are maybe multi-sig, or where the funds for the project stay maybe in the project roadmap. I don't know if this is even legal, so this is all not financial advice. I'm just brainstorming, but you could have, maybe it's like you be upfront that like the founders are going to get this X percentage of the total, so that it's upfront about that.
That's
and then put all the rest in a wallet. That is community owned, essentially.
Yeah, I think that's totally,
if you're going to make promises long term. Now, if you're saying this is just art, that's it. There's nothing to it. Just buy it.
There's nothing to it.
Then you're pretty. I think at this point, at least, you're good. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe we won't be able to sell NFTs at all in the future without a broker involved or something weird. But
it's been this gray area for a long time, and with these charges, it's going to be, that's definitely kind of starting to clear it up.
We're getting some framework, some legal framework.
What are you? What can you do and not?
Well, and the feds are clearly probing the space and out there actively, probably in the discords of some of these projects, and watching these projects and looking for potential rug cases.
Yeah, so I think the definition of a rug is kind of what needs to kind of be set.
Very clear, and that's what this.
And then with that, it's like, then there's like securities and stuff like that will be involved here in the future. With like, if you're saying SEC, that when you're buying this NFT, you're going to be rewarded with tokens of some sort, or you're going to be like rewarded with monetarily, right? Yeah. Then you'll
get financial kickbacks or gains.
There's going to be difference between people who are like a project who's like, hey, we're making a cool video game, versus people who are saying, hey, we're going to tokenize our DAO, and you're going to have a say in what happens in our organization, and you're going to make, there's potential financial gain.
And I think because the space, because it is like, DeFi space is like money Legos, and it was just like the bucket of Legos was dumped out in front of all the kids before there was any structure put in place, you know? And so everyone just started putting stuff together, putting the Legos together in weird combinations and making the craziest stuff without any thought as to, you know, oh,
There's no
these are
direction
financial
there.
products that are being created. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think this will be a very interesting case to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, they don't. They're screwed.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I'm assuming there will be like an NFT fraud, department essentially that just completely just deals with that as a thing. Yeah. To switch gears a little bit, sounds like Russia's Energy Committee chair said they will be taking Bitcoin for oil and gas. I saw this in various different headline formats, and I was curious what the kind of how serious this was. Like, was this just some guy on some committee that mentioned this in some interview, you know, or was this something serious? And it sounds like the chair of the State Duma Committee on Energy said Russia would accept Bitcoin for its energy exports, at least from China and Turkey. So it is a limited thing.
Yeah, I was about to say it's only going to be the people who are still buying oil from them, essentially.
Exactly.
But,
so it's not as wide of a thing as it sounds, but it's still I'm sure that will. If countries decide to do that, it would probably be a significant move just in general. I mean, you know, it's like that's why there's the the petrodollar. It's like are we going to get the petro Bitcoin, you know, or what I mean? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man.
It'll never happen. But it's just an interesting development, I think, either way, and it just shows again, crypto is part of all the happenings, as they say, nonstop.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting if countries actually do that.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
Because,
that's why I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is just like you know, it's not that like crazy of a headline as it seems. You know?
Right.
Of course, all headlines are just take with a pinch of salt, then read the whole thing. So, oh, and there's DeKenza's in here for the NFT Alpha. Oh, it's coming. DeKenza's.
In the house.
Oh, DeKenza's in the house. This is my last little thing for the article news section, and I just thought it was interesting way to look at this. Web3 needs Africa, not the other way around. And the continent has shown a willingness to embrace new financial services, technologies, and crypto addresses a pressing need. And crypto addresses a pressing need in every country. And I think it's true where if we can get countries like continents like Africa, all those countries in the continent of Africa,
South America,
onboarded into the Web3 ecosystem, it would be a boon for Web3, and it would just be connecting the whole world together on blockchain.
Are a lot of countries in Africa embracing Bitcoin, like the South American countries that you know of?
South American? Oh, is it similar to South America, you mean?
Yeah, you know how like, you know, there's El Salvador, then like Argentina's and Brazil,
well, that's
and like there's all
that's
these
what's
countries
interesting. I think this actually the
towards...
first two paragraphs here are interesting. What continent is home to the largest Bitcoin market, a government introduced central bank digital currency, and crypto market growth of more than $100 billion in the past year? Maybe you'd say North America, Latin America, but the answer is Africa. So it's definitely growing at a huge pace, it sounds like. So I think that's why it's kind of like we don't think of that much when we are in our own little bubbles, you know, whatever country we're in. But you know, I think Africa is going to just continue to play a really big role
that'll be huge
in the development of Web3, and I just love that. Just love it.
Yeah, no joke. I think you know, it's another region like, you know, like South America that's just constantly have to deal with, you know, very unstable economies. And so it's kind of like you see this decentralized
or like
economy that you could
Bitcoin, where
possibly have,
it's
where you're not going to have, where people won't be manipulating it. They can't manipulate it necessarily. So
the finite amount of Bitcoin available and stuff is attractive if you've been in any kind of economy that's like crashed or had any kind of runaway inflation before. So it's an attractive idea to the people who are more well seasoned by uncertainty, for sure. Okay, cool.
So that's it.
That was our marathon. That was a marathon news.
That was actually one of you were like talking like you didn't have shit to talk about. That was long.
No, it was more that there was just too much and it was just a mess, and I didn't have it organized correctly. It was overwhelming, really.
That was a lot to talk about.
There was a lot.
I'm exhausted already.
Yeah, should we just skip everything else?
I think we're just
the show's over. It's Friday.
Well, it's Friday. Let's take a look at the chart, see what's going to happen the weekends. Maybe not a lot will happen at all over the weekends, but we have we've been waiting for this moment, right? We're above. Oh, we were right when you were talking. We were at 45,000, but now we're just under it. So we're definitely hitting these levels that we were talking about. What I'd like to see here, this is the daily, right? What we want to see is today would be great if it closed above the last high, maybe even the other high from February. That would be huge. And one thing, and there's a pattern here, a very important pattern on the daily, and that is a solid W, right? So if we can get above this here, that's going to be a very significant level. Now, you have to also understand there's a bunch of liquidations down here, okay? A lot of longs
right at 39, right around 39.
Yeah, so that's about right down here. Now that would be, still higher lows. So, I mean, I would be, I could
definitely see a bounce off of, maybe it breaks through that, and then it comes down, takes those liquidations, and goes back up.
Potentially. I mean, right now there's on the daily, there's no signs of stopping right now.
There's a lot of energy still.
So we could get higher. Let's check out lower time frame. And the 4 hour here. And so right here, right to like 40, look at this big vector candle zone. So there's definitely zones down here. And I always start to look at levels down below that it could be coming back down to when we start getting these highs, right? When we start hitting these high levels, I start to think like, what's okay? Because I don't buy the top of the pumps, guys. So it's 4 hour is still looking good, like a lot of pumpage. I definitely think we're going to go higher today. It just seems like there's a lot of momentum going up. We're going higher. I don't know how much higher, but there's several of, like I said, there's several reasons why it could also start going down maybe over the weekend. So just watch out for that. But today it seems like it's probably going to be a good day for Bitcoin. And we were talking about Cardano. It's been on a tear. Here's 4 hours. Definitely doing a retrace right now. Yeah. And that's great. This pump
Look
right
at the
here.
money flow. Look at the money flow.
Holy
tamale beans.
Money flow is nuts. And you go like here right now, we're on an overbought signal on the 4 hour. So we've been doing a retrace here. It's been holding these levels here at $1.10, just wicking down to it. But we'll see this candle right now, if this can come down and break these levels. I would say the next level coming down would probably be down here at just $1 or under $1. Because it definitely, look how far it is from the 50 EMA here. Definitely needs a retrace of some sort. So the price is, I would say, is expected to kind of hang out in a zone or whatever until the 50 EMA kind of catches up with it, and then it'll bounce up, or it'll aggressively come down and challenge that 50 AMA, which I think is a little bit more probable. But the only thing is 80A, I'm not used to like usually moving like this. Usually 80A is
Yeah, it's
really
like a slug.
gonna set it
Yeah,
right.
it's just
So it's
crabbing along.
kind of like for me, like I wouldn't expect this, but at the same time, that means that I would maybe expect a large candle down to kind of reclaim the zone, because there's a big balance going on here. So this retrace is I think has a good chance of maybe coming down and getting that, because what you want to do is when you break that $1 mark, you want to come down and challenge that level and get a rebound from it, to get kind of a bullish kind of sentiment about that. Other ones I was going to look at was Sol. Sol was tearing it up yesterday. Today it's a little flatlining. Could be peaking up here, getting ready for a retrace. But Sol 2, right? I think that was a big with the gaming news and everything going on. It's been just raging. And so it's definitely consolidating up
Ruglana.
here. Ruglana, yeah. So you can there's some vector candle zones for it to come down to. So be watching out for that for the weekend, to see how far this retrace is going to go down. But we crossed the 50 MA, crossed the 200, so I'm expecting more of a bullish patterns, higher lows, higher highs kind of thing. Anything else? Doge, what's going on with Doge? Kind of the same thing here with Solana. Jeez, what was I drawing? Whatever, this didn't happen, did it?
Well,
But
it actually still could.
It could still. It's all just ranging right here.
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
This level that we have made. See, I don't know what I was talking about last time, but this level is definitely holding.
Just shows
right?
everybody.
Like
Don't listen to anything we say.
No, but I mean, it wicked down right to that level. That would have been a great buy level. Get that chicken.
Yeah, and it could still go up and then do that little molehill that you made.
Yeah, but we do have. I mean, we have this overbought signal. So I would suspect, if anything, we're gonna retrace a little bit lower. Maybe consume this wick. So I'd say down to this level, potentially to this level, or potentially down here. And we haven't crossed the 50 and the 200 haven't crossed, and that could cross as we're kind of coming down, bounce off of it, and kind of go up,
or just not.
So, because this zone's down here definitely that I marked earlier, could be pretty attractive. So we'll see what happens with Doge. On the weekends, it can get crazy.
ApeCoin.
All right, let's check out Ape. It is $13.62 at the moment.
Ape Watch.
All right. Anything else you want to see on charts?
Okay, so maybe some utilitarian things. What about those jackets?
What?
Up a little bit. The jackets up a little bit. Those jackets, those meta jackets.
Yeah, dude, meta jackets.
Everybody needs a jacket, right? Especially in the metaverse.
Yeah, I mean, everyone does need a jacket. I mean, it could get cold in the metaverse. You don't know. So it looks like there's 8,888 jackets. All right.
Hey, you're good.
Okay, so every month the community votes for their favorite NFT. This NFT goes into the studio to be transformed into a real life jacket. Every time someone orders a jacket with your NFT designs, you'll get to earn a fraction of the sales. Oh, cool.
Well,
so
if that happens, that'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's not a bad idea.
That's a cool, like a merch idea. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. That ain't bad. That sounds fun.
Cool little bomber jackets. Yeah, nice. I got a project. I want to show.
Okay,
got a project I want to show. Dikenzas.
Oh,
These
yeah.
are the Dikenzas.com. These are on-chain generative genital art. And none of these are pre-minted. You mint and you randomly generate a never-before-seen Dikenza, like a credenza. I apologize. I thought it was said differently. I thought I was being led to believe. And then I found the real Dicenzas, and like this is maybe my favorite one on the homepage here. I would put that on my wall. I would.
That's pretty cool.
I want that like really big, like behind my couch, you know, on my loft
right
wall.
behind
I
you.
don't have a
I
loft,
could
but
put
if I
one
had a
right here.
big
I need
loft wall,
something on my wall.
yeah. See, oh, you need a Dicenza on your wall. Dicenza doesn't like this one either. Of course, I like the one Dicenza doesn't like. Well, I mean, I would do the dick butt one. I would totally be into the dick butts, but I know they're all minted. But this is an awesome little project. This is one of those ones like I'm disturbingly into the genital art projects, and so this is right up my alley, really. And when I found out that our own Dicenza makes these, he's not doxxed, but and there's no utility. Exactly. He's covering his bases there. He's like, not doxxed, no utility, just buy it for the art, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would do with this. This would be how about this one, Dicenza? Do you like this one? Because I like this one. I like this one. Can we both like one, Dicenza? Can we both like one together, Dicenza? Okay. Okay. Show us something else, Matt. Show something else.
All right. This is Heroes, and this one is basically a lot like the other kind of NFT models as far as like, oh, you're going to get they're going to tokenize it and all that kinds of stuff, metaverse, blah blah blah. So it's very similar to a lot of the other kind of roadmaps that are out there for a lot of projects. So yeah, and these kind of projects are going to, you know, the successful ones, the failure ones, they're all going to start getting a lot more scrutinized as far as like, how are these going to be regulated, right? Because phase 2, right after they sold out, or after they sell out, or 25% sold, they're going to launch their token. So, you know, just, you know, know what you're investing into. Yeah.
Be careful, guys. That's what I'm saying. Where the tides are changing right now. Things are shifting. So
yes,
careful.
Like if you're going to start a project, you've got to plan. You got to know that you got to follow through with it, or have an exit plan that doesn't leave you liable to all this crap. Now this collection here, okay, Genesis Anti-Ape. It says it's supposed to mint tomorrow, right? I thought it was supposed to mint tomorrow. Minting
the other part of that too, just to add to your point, is also for people who are buying NFTs. It's also important because you don't want to buy an NFT for a project that then becomes targeted or something, because that's definitely going to tank the price of your NFTs. So
yeah, I would imagine if you got rugged, I'm sure it didn't do so. You know, it's not worth as much too.
Yeah, certainly.
You already got your ass.
But even these ones that are promising tokens, and I mean, you know, they could get into other trouble too. So
yeah, because it's really easy to make a shit token. You know, it's like stupid easy. So it's like they can. That's not hard to fulfill. That's like the easiest thing you can do, really. All right. Anyway, so here,
like
so
I said,
this Genesis Anti-Ink collection. All right, I actually pulled this up on Discord a while ago. It's minting for 0.5 ETH. I think that's pretty. You got to be supplying, I think, a lot of utility for that kind of price,
or something, or it has to be like there has to be some fandom for the artist or whatever, right? There's got to be there has to be a community or something real behind it that's really pushing it.
So they have this. Oh, this is a video.
I wonder who made this. Anti-Ape Association. I mean, it's tired of ape dominance. Get ready for the new wave. Okay. Deflationary NFTs.
Okay. I remember this one. Okay, so what they're doing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These guys got.
We need a zinger right now. Like we need a warning siren.
Red flags. Yeah. Red flags. Oh, see,
sold out in 1 hour. It's sold out in 1 hour.
But dude, I thought it wasn't supposed to mint until today. As far as that's what rarity.
Go to OpenSea, check it out. Go to their OpenSea.
All right, I'll check it out. But here, so basically, it's kind of confusing to me. But they're basically saying like, there's this like piggy bank function where it's a way of multiplying your NFT collection. And then this will kind of give you, they say, a second chance for collectors with common anti-apes. So basically, if you get one that's kind of just like basic rarities, you'll be able to mint another more NFTs that potentially will get you one that's better rarity. So they're thinking like this is going to allow you to mint more rare ones, therefore you're going to be making more money, and you're not your crappy ones, you'll make up for the losses for your crappy ones or something. Dude, it sounds kind of,
if I have to do that much mental gymnastics to understand, I mean, I can do a little mental gymnastics if it seems right, but this just seems like you're just gonna you're stuck in their ecosystem. And I mean, it's interesting, I guess.
And they have all kinds of weird
Just gonna
stuff,
calm down.
promises, right? They're gonna have like different kind of nice Darth Vader smashed. They plan on building a nice fancy headquarters that's gonna have a gallery in it and stuff, and a token. There's gonna be merch, obviously. See, oh yeah, cool headquarters.
What's that?
I just like see. I think it's cool. I think some parts are cool of it, but they really raise red flags when they start saying that people are going to be millionaires and these are going to totally make you a ton of money versus other NFTs.
Yeah, it's a little. That's
red flag to me for sure.
Yeah.
Floor price 0.1. Right, these minted at 0.5. Is that what I was getting right?
What? And they sold out in an hour. Is that this has got to be this is some kind of something weird going on. No, there's only 55 of them. Was there only 55 period?
No, there was yeah, you're right. There's only 55. So it is very limited.
So that's why it's 0.5 ETH. 6.6 ETH volume traded. Okay, wow. So there's only 55 of these. That's very scarce. Very scarce. Wow, that's a very interesting. I mean, it sold out in an hour, so.
And who are these paper-handed bitches that are selling like crazy low? Ridiculous, man. I wonder if they're just like
yeah, if you bought it for 0.5 ETH and then you're just going to turn around and like if you must have been that like pretty into the project or really thought it was going to like do well.
Yeah.
And now you're just going to sell it at a loss.
A couple of them given away, and if they're giveaways, then that makes sense.
Where do we find these 44 people to Kansas?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, show them our NFTs. They need to know.
They need to know about those to Kansas.
I think I'm in their Discord. It doesn't matter if it's scripted, but
I bet you are. You're one of them. You're one of the people that bought one of these. That's why you wanted to show this project.
Whenever I start checking out projects, I always join Discord, check it out. I do my due diligence, but I can't. It's hard because it's like it takes so much time. So I really don't do it unless I see project. And this was getting attention, so I checked it out. And
like I said, we don't really show you the alpha NFTs. We just go and just roast every NFT project we can find. It's really what we do on the show. It's more of an NFT roast.
These kind of look cool.
Her Majesty's Mystical Menagerie. Wow. Or His Majesty's. My bad. Their Majesties.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Alienverse. Okay. His Majesty's Mystical Menagerie. Coming soon. Enter the menagerie.
Is it weird if I don't even know what the hell a menagerie is? How am I
But
what
I
the
bet
hell
you know
is
what
that?
a menage a trois is, though, don't you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I guess maybe. Dude, this site is like really
Cool.
chutting
It's
for
like
me.
it's lots of horns. I like it. It's very
I just I like skulls and stuff, so that's why
yeah,
I'm
I know you
like,
do.
oh, I kind of like that one.
But you oscillate. You like skulls, but you are frustrated by the amount of skull projects simultaneously.
Okay, just
Look at the unicorn one.
yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. What's the roadmap? What's their roadmap? Let's look at it.
All right, so we'll have community wallet.
Okay.
All right. Oh, so
Okay, cool.
basically
That's good.
the community will decide how the funds are spent.
Okay, that's
Community
an interesting
events.
idea. Okay.
All right, that works. Metaverse. They will bring them into life in the metaverse. Cool. I guess that's what everyone's promise is.
Mhm.
Oh, they have a best-selling author on the team, so they're gonna be writing some probably.
Oh, is there going to be like spicy novels? Like spicy
maybe.
romance novels?
Maybe.
Like
Would
menage
that
a
be
trois
like
novels?
bestiality or something? The way these are.
Okay,
How is that?
Dude, there goes our YouTube channel.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know how that's gonna work with
Algorithm's
these.
gonna
I don't
flag
know,
us.
man. All right. People are into freaky deaky stuff. I don't know.
We should have just stuck to doing tutorials. This show was a bad idea.
So we got art collections.
Definitely family friendly.
Earn tokens. Staking kind of thing. But are they gonna have their own?
Well, I'm guessing
Sounds like it.
something.
So
yeah.
there you go. See, this is where you
This
start
is
getting
the
in
problem.
trouble.
Yeah,
I was like,
this
this
is the problem.
project kind of sounds like it could
Well,
be okay.
yeah, there's a lot.
The community
It starts
wallet,
to get too.
that raises actually serious problems because you're saying the community has somewhat of an ownership of what's happening with the project, which means that then it's basically like a share. You have a share of ownership of it's an investment at that point.
Well, as long as if they're not making money though necessarily from the wallet, right? From the wallet, but
from the
when you start to add in some of this other stuff, it gets.
Why wouldn't they? Wouldn't they?
Well,
It says
maybe.
the community will be able to decide how the funds are spent. Couldn't the community say, "Let's give some of those funds back to us"? That's what I'm saying.
Potentially. I mean, that's why you got to. Yeah, it depends on the voting system. What they're gonna. I mean,
if you're not. Yeah, you can't. That's why if you give the community control, that's why DAOs are considered, securities because of the fact that it's basically they can have a say in what happens to the funds and stuff like that, and that's where it gets into like, okay,
there has to be some kind of protection against that kind of stuff going on. Obviously, I mean, there is an interesting, it's interesting. The community wallet thing is an interesting.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do an NFT project like this, you got to say no. This is like you're like you have to understand you're just giving a private organization money in exchange for artwork. Yes, we're gonna be building a metaverse thing, storyline, cool, community events, awesome, art collections. Yeah, sounds fine. The tokens, red flags. I wouldn't do that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, intellectual.
Okay, the IP development that works. That's cool. Okay. Who knows what the hell 2.0
roadmap 2.0, a new roadmap.
Yeah.
We'll have a new roadmap
bullshit for you. Yeah, but see, I just don't know. Like, it's like
the
roadmap 2.0. If any of the money is left after the fucking community decided to just like bail out with it.
Return of the roadmap.
Yeah, so
return of the tokens.
Things like this just doesn't, because people need to understand community. I don't know the different,
well, and of course, don't take our advice because we're stupids. But I do think that there is definitely Matt and I were kind of talking about this last night. There is a need for some kind of best practices that is well recognized, put together by like core community members in the NFT community. Like we need it's almost like, yeah, we just need like our core kind of best practices so that we can all help each other stay safe as creators and as investors and buyers of NFTs, because we don't want to see creators getting themselves into hot water by kind of by accident. Nobody wants to see an artist get themselves into hot water by accident. So yeah, infinite to Kansas, dude. I'm telling you, infinite roadmap loop.
Yeah. Just like, hey, we're just gonna constantly keep
as long as you keep giving us money, we'll just keep making up some roadmaps.
Keep this project pumping. Yeah. Okay, so this artist has some. Okay, so I'm looking at Alienverse here. I believe they're minting today or the weekend. Looks like he's done extensive work. This artist. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say before I knew this was done by like a major studio, I was just like, yeah, this looks pretty professional. All the different. But all right, let's see what's gonna happen. Is it just the art? Is it just the art? Let's see. No, here it is. The tokens. All right. See, we keep running every project is guaranteeing tokens. I don't think a lot of people understand what they're getting themselves into when they do that. Exclusive discords or discounts. Sorry. Top fashion brands. Cool. Galactic merch. Cool. Metaverse wearables. Cool. Limited edition collabs. Cool. The only red flag for me is those tokens, man. That is red flag. But I mean, not to say that's not. I mean, of course, I'd still maybe buy one. But I mean, it's just cool. Yeah, just understand that these projects will
for the art.
Could face scrutiny, and when the SEC comes knocking on this guy's door, is he going to be like, yes, let's follow compliance, or is he going to say, I'd rather just shut the project down? Which one do you think he's going to probably do?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, this is why we need best practice.
Something like
this. Some universal.
You need to understand that you could have to follow SEC regulations, which is not. Honestly, I looked in SEC regulations. It's really not that difficult. It's just you have to be very open about everything, and yes, they'll have their hands in all of your pockets.
They will make you set up a camera in your bedroom.
They
so
will
they can
know.
Watch
yeah,
you
they will know every single cent you make, and there ain't nothing you can do about that. This I don't know. Any dystopian? Do you want me to check these out? Those kind of look cool, but also like
Monopoly money. That's funny.
Yeah, this one looks funny.
That's pretty funny. One song.
What
are the two best practices as told by the GM show at this moment? Well, at this moment in time, I would say promise as little as possible. Honestly, I mean, because we don't have a framework and we don't know the 100%, what's what the real, we haven't got the precedents yet. Right. And the precedents are going to be set here soon, I think. And then we'll really kind of know better. But I think right now, like, you just need to, you need to make sure that funds, if there is a roadmap, those funds are locked up somehow. I don't know the best way for that yet. I actually want to look into that. Like, what is the best way, the best wallet and fund structure, right, for the community funds and for the project funds? And then if you have a roadmap and you're promising things. And then the other thing is, stay away from the monetary kickbacks, the rewards, the tokens. I think just for now, you just, if you're Bored Ape Yacht Club and you're going to hire a cadre of lawyers and financial lawyers to help you, launch a coin correctly. Right. Okay. But if you're an artist,
I'd say if you're buying these that give you kickbacks and stuff, do it, but just get out quick. Take your profits. Don't
Yeah, and if
sit
you're
there and
buying,
think you're going to hodl
sure,
it.
take advantage.
If you're buying, I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Well, it's just like farmers, right?
Discourage
It's
people.
just like the yield
understand.
farmers. They're hopping
Yeah.
around from farm
Yeah.
to farm, and they are not
Look at it that
thinking
way.
that
Yeah.
they're going to be in these farms forever for the most part. These
Yes,
yield
it is
farms.
very similar strategy to that. Yeah, I would say the best practices right now would be just knowing your risk tolerance. Right, if you're going to say, I'm going to be launching with tokenomics, people will be distributed airdrop stuff. I'm going to be giving away NFTs that you can then sell, and all these kind of type promises of millions of dollars, maybe like the anti-ape one. You have got to, or even if you're saying, I'm going to build a giant, cool corporate base camp that everyone could come and hang out and stuff like that. If you're making those kind of promises, understand the risks that are involved, right? You're risking SEC coming at you, which is fine. If you're taking on those risks, you're like, hey, I'm willing to take those risks and then have to do that. Cool. Full steam ahead. But if you're sitting there saying, I don't know, then just don't do that. You know what I mean? Just don't do that. Just do it. Just do it for the art, or make the promises small, such as like, metaverse creation, things like that. Those are very realistic kind of easier things, because if you sell out of a project, you're definitely, even if you don't know how to actually,
there's always Fiverr.
Yeah. Well, you can just hire, at that point you're able to afford a team and everything. And that's the point of these kind of projects,
Fiverr
is to
team.
kind of help them actually, right? But you have to understand, you have to go through. You can't just sit there and not like provide that metaverse for people, because then you might be classified as a and then there's projects out there that just don't hit milestones, and those ones just obviously are just failures.
Those are just like essentially dead projects.
Yeah.
I actually saw there's I sent you a tweet of theirs. I forget what it was, but it was like dead NFTs or something, or NFT graveyard or something like that. And it was just like, it's these projects that had been sunsetted essentially, and are just, and I think, that's the thing there. Some of these projects are going to have natural ends, because they just didn't even sell out. If you sell out and you have a roadmap and then you rug, that's the most that's the worst you could do, pretty much. So
yeah, how funny.
Yeah.
So these guys, all right, so that Monopoly one, because I was like figuring, I'm like, all right, this is going to be one of those earn some income ones. This one actually, this would be kind of fun to actually mint. 1% daily ROI on deposited funds, basically from a drip network faucet. And then so 75% of the mint proceeds, along with 50% of secondary sales, will be deposited straight into the faucet after minting is done. We'll then be claiming 1% daily of our deposited funds after the fees to pay out Monopoly money holders every week. So essentially, money is just getting dumped into this fund constantly, and then a little trickle every day comes out and gets distributed to holders. That's not bad. It's gonna be up, and then it's gonna be a slow decline down as far as how much money you're making. But the NFT could be paid off by itself, possibly by doing this. So it's not that bad of maybe minting that one, checking it out, depending if the group is like big enough to actually sell out the project. You could just be throwing your money away if it doesn't quite sell out too fast. Because basically, I mean,
Monopoly board game, nice.
Okay, that seems easy enough to make.
April
that could totally
2nd.
be possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out soon. I say that's
Yeah,
coming
that
out
one.
April 2nd.
I think that could be realistic. Yeah, interesting.
Is it real? That's the real question.
Is it real? It is Solana, so you don't know.
I'm just kidding. Well, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Well, I think that probably does it for us, today.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna go with Sunday. Anything cool? These Robamito.
Yo,
Oh, I was gonna talk about
Dickenza's.
these
I saw
Imperial
what you
Wells.
saw. He says he saw people tweeting that Solana was added to OpenSea. Is that true? I saw maybe the same tweet. I think that was some kind of weird troll tweet or something, but I couldn't find anything either. I went to OpenSea to double check, and it doesn't appear to be true to me. And their official blog where they make announcements about new features and things doesn't have anything about it. So I'd say that's bunk.
Yeah, I think eventually they it just makes sense for them to. There's just they have to, because I think they know Coinbase is probably going to. So.
And
I mean,
Dickens is also right. Brave to use the monopoly branding. Yeah, that is brave.
Yeah. I was
That is
I
brave.
did not mention that. I was thinking
That is
that though.
brave.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't think that's Creative Commons. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, the other one I saw this Sunday, what I thought cool. Well, one, I love the whales. Whales are fucking dope. They're my favorite animal. And so I was like, I'm always loving the whale NFTs. These ones are kind of cool because they say that you get access to a whale and you can ask them questions, that kind of types thing. That seems pretty fun.
Interesting. That's an interesting. That's an interesting
Yes.
concept. Huh.
And they'll be and then they'll have they have a burn process where essentially I think half of the whales are going to be burned.
There's some kind of gambling thing. Is that what I just read? Deflation.
So no, that's burning. So they're just burning they're burning NFTs, and so then you can so the burned whales in the graveyard, or you can see all the burned whales, and then whale app.
This reminds me of an NFT. That kind of reminds me of just an NFT project idea we had at one time that would still be really cool. And we had a really cool mechanism for burning tokens in a fun game.
So this one seems pretty safe. I mean, look, there's nothing saying, hey, we're going to tokenize this like crazy. Whale events, metaverse land, all these metaverse stuff, of course. Whale events, yes. Sale fees, snapshot of holders is taken.
Claim a percentage of the OpenSea sale fees accumulated. Every member earning passive income in Ether, depending on the rarity of their whale.
See, I'm telling you, every project is gonna be scrutinized by the SEC. Every single one. Can they stop us all? Can they stop us all? If we all do it,
not financial advice.
I'm just thinking, like, because a lot of so it's but you know what though, a thing with this one is they're not giving like a DAO, so it's not like people in control of what goes on, and so that I think protects them a bit. But yeah. But I mean, it seems pretty. I like this one. I don't know. I have no idea if it's popular enough to sell out or anything like that. How many people are backing it? But it's I like it. I think it's a cool idea. Plus, I would love to see if those are real whales that you get chatted to. On Metapharaohs, of course, everyone.
Oh yeah, we saw that
a popular one that people are super
there
stoked
are a
about.
lot coming out over the weekend. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, and your Sloth Warriors, another sloth derivative. Gotta love sloths. Metapharaohs, I really forgot what this one was about. I remember checking this out a while ago. They're gonna do
artwork, 3D artwork. Is that it?
It's not random generate, hand done. Yeah. Well.
Cool. And for the artwork,
5,000 of them. Well, let's see.
Oh, roadmap. Oh, well. Oh,
yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Physical tokens. Okay, that's cool. You'll be able to have like a plaque.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Rare fragments NFTs will be randomly airdropped. Ooh, special. Cool.
Those fragments.
5 lucky people. That's like Willy Wonka shit right there.
Fragments.
Okay. Yeah. You get a reward for doing that. That's fine. Market value.
Roadmap 2.0.
And it's going to
Another roadmap.
skyrocket the trajectory.
A portion of the liquidity will be used to develop Roadmap 2.0, it said.
Here's the DAO. Oh no. Okay. So they use
become
the
a
word
shareholder. Oh fudge. Oh boy. Oh.
Hey, if they were taking on the risk of doing the SEC shit, then go for it. Use that word. Yeah, it's but
yeah, so they're doing the 8% royalty being paid out as dividends to shareholders again. Yeah. This is a pretty common scheme.
That's a scary word to use. Yeah. Shareholder in NFT space for sure.
This is board, yes.
Showroom, cool. Metaverse showroom, easy. Phase 1.
Becoming
cool.
3D. Okay, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one, that one. I know it's super popular. Would be a smart one to maybe mint if you were gonna do that. Just one of those ones that are using those keywords that could easily see. The thing is like when you start saying DAO and you start doing share owners, that's
DAO's better than shareholder, but yes,
you risk owning on this project is not necessarily. I would say not so much SEC shit. That kind of comes, I think, more like larger Bored Ape level kind of stuff. But it's more so OpenSea saying, "Yo, we can't host."
They'll delist your project.
Yeah, they'll delist.
They've delisted quite a few projects. Yeah,
because the SEC is going to go after OpenSea before they start going after these guys. So OpenSea doesn't want to deal with that shit. So you're gonna. Be careful on holding on to this one too long, right? Because if what's their plan B if OpenSea doesn't sell? Is it? I'm assuming it's ETH. I didn't see what it was actually.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's ETH.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume. Oh, maybe it says over here. Yeah, ETH. 0.2 ETH. Not cheap either.
9,000.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that
on that one.
And when GM NFT, that will be
it's all in the plan. It's all in the works.
We'll maybe bring you on to see if you want to help out with it.
Don't make any promises. That's not a roadmap promise, okay?
Yeah, more people the merrier. Yeah, it'll come. We're ironing out a lot of details. We want to promise big things. Not gonna lie, like we want to. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be.
To Kansas, he gave us some unsolicited feedback. I like that. That's good. Thank you.
Oh,
it's good feedback. It's good feedback. I think it's very
very
good feedback. Actually, made me just think of something.
Yeah, you're the one.
You just made me think of something. I know I'm the SEO guy, and I didn't even think about any of this.
Come on, man! Rookie mistake over here.
Yeah, we haven't optimized. That's for sure. We're just blasting content into the ether without optimization, which is only half good strategy, right?
Yeah. All right.
This just turned into a brainstorm session. Did this just turn into a GM meeting? I'm confused. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
And we will be back here on Monday. I hope you all have a great weekend. And we'll be back here, for just, more of the good old GM fun, as we like to call it.
See you Monday.
See you guys.
Good morning.
Have a good one.